Holla if you hear it. It's the only goddess with a message from spirit. What's coming down from the divine spirit guides ancestors now? What's coming down? My fire signs. What's goody? What's goody? What does my Aries, Leo, Sagittarius collective need to know at this time for their greatest and highest good spirit? Sun, Moon, Venus rising, North and South Node. What is the message they need to know at this time for their greatest and highest good spirit? So I'm using the Sexual Magic Tarot today. So what popped out for your tarot, you have the Four of Cups in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. And we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Heavy water energy. So it seems that you guys are very much in your feelings right now. You're very much in your emotions. But you're trying to or some of you could be avoiding your emotions. You could be avoiding, your feelings, out of, fear of feeling weak. Spirit wants you to realize that vulnerability is a superpower, and it's important for you to change your mindset. It's important for you to change the way that you, view, things, the way that you view life in general. If you are looking through a lens of it's everybody else's fault and I don't have I don't have any accountability to take in this situation, then you're always going to find yourself in a very lonely and pessimistic place, in a pessimistic mindset. Okay, it's important for you to have more compassion, not only for yourself, but for the people around you, my fire signs. It's easy to get, it's easy to become, so consumed in the things that you can control. It's easy to become so consumed in the way that you feel that you don't recognize how other people feel. It's easy to, be in this low vibrational lack, scarcity, victim, always me mentality. And I feel like with this Four of Cups energy, Spirit is inviting you to get out of that energy, to change your mindset, to trust your intuition. When things are not going well, that is for a reason. I feel like some of us are having a hard time letting go, and having a hard time with change. Okay, realize that change is the only constant. It is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. So it's time for, fire signs, that we really work on our emotional maturity and our emotional stability at this time. Because with this Queen of Cups in the reverse, I feel like your emotional stability really needs, to be focused on at this time. You needing to cleanse your aura of anything or anyone that is causing your emotional stability to be off balance at this time. You could be dealing with somebody who is very emotionally, unavailable, emotionally manipulative, somebody who plays on the fact that you're very sensitive, or you are very, you're very caring and empathetic soul. So you may, deal with people who take advantage of that. And because, we put all our energy in things, a lot of times we can be obsessive over things, trying to prove to people that we are worthy of their love, or trying to force people to respect us, or trying to force people to see us for who we are, that we forget the people who actually do have our back, that we don't, show gratitude for the things that we do have. And, for the people and the, things that we don't lack. We, like with this Four of Cups energy, that is the energy of really needing to embrace change instead of being, pessimistic and dreading change. In order for things to change your reality, you must change within first. So with this Queen of Cups energy, Spirit wants you to focus on healing your heart. Heart heavy on the heart chakra, needing healing at this time. Okay, you needing to heal from the past, from past situations. you know, that didn't work out. If they're not working out, they didn't work out for a reason. Like I said, it's about shifting your mindset, shifting your perspective into a perspective of gratitude. If you are thinking that it's everybody else's fault and you don't ever take accountability, you will never grow. You will never heal. You will never change, and things will never change. You will always be in this, low vibration, thinking that everything is always going wrong, everything is happening to me, and I don't deserve this, and blah 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 blah. If you're constantly in that mindset of pessimism and low vibrations, that is all you're going to attract is low vibrational people, low vibrational opportunities. You're just going to constantly be in that rut, in that stalemate. So in order to get out of the stalemate, you have to make the decision to first mentally get out of that stalemate. And once you mentally get out of that stalemate, then the stagnation is going to, start to break away, start to loosen, like when you are congested and that congestion starts to loosen, okay, which I am right now. So if I sound congested, I am. But anyway, and as I talked about congestion, now I can breathe out of my right nostril again. But anyway, Spirit really needs you to ground yourself in gratitude for what you have instead of focusing on what you lack, or that you feel that you lack, or that you feel is not working out. Changing your perspective into gratitude for the things that didn't work out. Looking at it from a lens of that didn't work out because it wasn't in alignment. Not thinking, I was trying to make this relationship work and it just doesn't seem to be working. Why am I not getting the love that I want? That's because that's not the love that you deserve. Okay, or you're in a job that you don't feel appreciated in, that you dread going to, and instead of looking through the lens of, well, at least you have a job, and if you don't like the job that you're at, start putting in the applications elsewhere. Do something about it, not sitting around being a victim. So it's about really needing to shift your mindset, and that is when your reality will shift. It's about really going within and really seeing where you could have made better decisions, where you lacked in trusting your intuition. Okay, because there are a lot of the times our intuition tells us things a long ass time ago, but we ignore it because we think that we're crazy, or we allow other people to think that we're crazy, or we don't want to accept the truth for what it is. And then when we get bit in the ass again, instead of taking accountability for where we could have did better, or where we could have trusted our intuition, we point the finger. So it's about no longer pointing the finger. It's about going within, taking self-evaluation, reflection, healing, transparency. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable either. Don't be afraid to feel your emotions. Don't try to eat your emotions. Don't try to smoke your emotions. Don't try to drink your emotions, or don't try to utilize somebody else as a distraction from your emotions. It's time for you to really sit with yourself, to really, really do the healing work, And instead of beating yourself up about what you didn't know or what you allowed, forgive yourself. Give more compassion to yourself, because it seems that we are giving more compassion to others before we get to ourselves. And that is some backwards ass thinking. So it's time to shift that mindset as well. Some of us need to look into taking a spiritual bath to cleanse your aura. Also needing to drink more water, hydrate at this time, possibly go on a water fast at this time, to not only cleanse your body, but to cleanse your mind and to cleanse your energetic field. So we have, even when I may not feel it, I am seen and known and loved for exactly who I am. So like I said, some of y'all in your feelings, and because you're in your feelings, because you're in this state of thinking that everybody is against you, or you feel misunderstood, or you're caught up in your emotions about shit that hasn't been working out, it's easy to not recognize that people do love you, that people do care about you. That it's not as bad as it seems, because yeah, that relationship didn't work out, but you still have people who have your back. You know, you still have a roof over your head. You still have food that you can eat. You still, you know, have so much left over. You know what I'm saying? Dang, with this damn congestion. Oh, it's so some of y'all may be crying. Some of y'all may be snot nose crying, you know? You know, but at the end of the day, if you hold it in, it's just going to make you uncomfortable. You know, it's time to release it. It's time to let it go. It's time to focus on what you can control, okay? And realize that even when you are in your feelings, people are still there for you. But don't take your emotions or your, you know, not feeling good about yourself out on the people who really fuck with you. Okay, it says the darkness isn't still my light. It shines regardless. So recognize, like I said, that you are still worthy. You are still here for a reason, that you are still deserving of love, even though you may have dealt with people that don't know how to love or don't deserve your love. Okay? And also realize, just because you're in a dark moment, it doesn't mean that you are not, you know, you are not worthy, that you are not here for a reason. Okay, that's the biggest message coming from that affirmation is, just because you're going through a dark time, don't allow it to steal your light. Don't get so caught up in pain and emotions that you just, you know, turn your light off and just, you know, seclude yourself from the world. It's one thing to ground yourself in solitude for spiritual purposes and for peace and for, you know, meditation and to connect with your higher self and your spirit guides, but it is another thing to just fall into a whirlwind of depression, you know. So don't allow this to steal your light. Do things that was going to help raise your vibration, like I said before. Taking a spiritual bath, you know, doing some self-care at this time, you know, focusing on your creativity at this time, you know, things of that nature. The Queen of Cups is somebody who is very creative, somebody who is very, you know, intuitive, and somebody who is very emotionally aware and aware of their triggers and aware of the things that, you know, hurts them, and aware of the things that in the type of environments that brings their vibrations down. And they are very much connected to, you know, their emotions, and they don't allow their emotions to control them. You know, they pay attention to their emotions and see what is causing them to feel this way, and then reversing the things that make them feel that way. So it's important for you to not allow your emotions to you know, overtake logic, you know, at this time. So we have don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. So some of you are not in your divine feminine energy, especially with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. You know, that's giving a distorted feminine energy. Somebody who is trying to force someone to love them, like I said before in the reading, or force somebody to see their worth, you know, or trying to force their love on somebody who cannot receive it or doesn't want to receive it for whatever reason. But that doesn't affect your worthiness of love. That just means that that is the wrong person, and that is not the person that is worth loving. Okay? So don't force it. Don't force relationships, don't force jobs, don't force ponytails. Just don't do it. Okay? You got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside of you, listen to that shit. Like I said, Queen of Cups, listen to your intuition. Stop ignoring it. See shit for what it is. Okay? And be grateful that you see shit for what it is, so you don't have to stay there no more. Okay? Make better fucking choices. If you are pissed at where you're at, then stop taking yourself there. So now that you know and see shit for what it is, stop doing the same thing expecting a different result. If you're not happy with where you are in your life, it's time to make better choices, fire signs. All right? So I hope that this helped you. Have a great day. Peace.